I've been involved in Russia for 20 years now, so I've seen over time the reform process, and I think it is critical, particularly during periods of stress, that they maintain the commitment to the reform processes. For instance, the Moscow International Financial Center has already been identified for several years as one of their major initiatives, and good progress has been made to date. More progress needs to be made during this period, and I think many in the West will be looking to re-engage as the environment calms down. There is no doubt that risk managers in the world will have taken out their old books and will be looking very carefully at what happens next. But I think that there's also plenty of opportunities on the ground to continue the reform process and continue investment. If you look at the 2009 crisis in Russia, in the financial sector, actually Russia did a rather better job than many of the Western markets. It was able to respond quickly, it had clear leadership, and it is true that the state participated more in the economy. And I think we need to keep an eye on how much incremental market share the state takes of the financial market, because it's always important to have a thriving private sector to ensure you have aeration in the products and in the general management. The population in Russia has moved away from the knee-jerk reaction to crisis, and that whilst there is of course still sometimes seen the desire to take cash out, convert it into hard currency, buy consumer durables, and you still see that, but it is nowhere near what it was 5-10 years ago. Well, I think one of the issues in the financial industry is the push-me-pull-you of financial regulation. After the last economic crisis, there has been this determination to bolster banks and to create greater cushions in their capital structure with Basel III, for instance. This, unfortunately, has another effect, which is that it constrains the banks in their ability to actually lend money. And across all of the markets at the moment, I think we see the financial regulators needing to balance the twin imperatives: the imperative to prevent the mistakes of the past, but also to be able to force or to assist growth in economies that have had a really tough time.